We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust.
Hello, welcome to Wonderlust again. Thanks for joining us. We're doing something a little bit different this week. I've been on the hunt to find the perfect British fish and chips in Singapore. I'm looking for something in particular, like when you go to a different stall and you order chicken rice, you kind of know what you're getting. And in the UK, if you go to a chip shop, you can ask for fish and chips and you know what you're getting. So I'm wondering if I can find the same here in Singapore.
Okay. Well, in order to be able to help us with this, we have called upon a guy called Jake, who is from a town called Cromer. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, I love a particular coffee shop in Cromer. I'm bigging it up all the time. I've got all their merch. I'm actually wearing one of their t-shirts now. Look. Yeah. Those of you in this camera will be able to see. Oh, wait, is this camera turned off? No, it's good. Sorry, so I'm repping Cromer right now. But we've got Jake on Zoom right now. Jake is the second generation owner of Mary Jane's, or soon to one day will become, of Mary Jane's fish and chip shop in Cromer, our favourite.
It is.
We've got a great story of Millie trying to park with like that much either side of the car just to be able to get close enough to the fish and chip shop and not get wet in the rain one day.
I guess that's the equivalent of queuing for hours for your Singapore food at a hawker here. Trying to park as close to the chip shop as you can get.
Exactly.
Probably the equivalent to
that. There's another competitor over there in Cromer that we won't mention, but we don't like that one as much. So we've got Jake here online. Hi, Jake. Thank you so much for taking some time out to have a chat with us.
No worries, guys.
And I hope all of our UK viewers will come to Cromer and go to the best fish and chip shop there and say hi to you. So Millie wanted to ask you a little bit about fish and chips, and obviously being someone who has worked there, could you tell us how long have you been working at Mary Jane's?
I've now been working there since I was about 12, so I'm now 23, and obviously through school I couldn't work all the time, so it was mostly summers, so I've done about 11 summers now, I'd say.
Awesome.
So I've done...
Did you get to eat as many chips as you wanted?
Oh, I bet some fish and chips in my time now, yeah.
You look surprisingly slender for someone who's eaten so much fried food.
I could be a lot bigger than I am.
So what makes a good fish and chips? Like if people in Singapore are watching, they've never had fish and chips, like what makes a good fish and chips?
Or if it's the Brits watching from over here who haven't had a good fish and chips in a long time, how can you make them salivate?
Guys, a good fish and chips always comes for how it's cooked. It's got to be cooked in some nice, thick batter.
Yeah.
Nice and crispy on the outside. Then when you open the fish up, just flaky and beautiful. That's what it's got to be.
What kind of fish is the most popular at your place?
For our place, it's cod.
Yep.
Cod, I could imagine in most chip shops, I'd say, it's probably that's the go-to for people. But for me personally as well, it's my favourite by far.
So normally there'd be like plaice, haddock and cod tends to be the three, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
What makes cod better than the other two, in your opinion?
For me, cod, it's not as fishy for me, because I'm not a massive fish fan.
Hang on a minute.
So, I know.
Hang on.
I know. It's criminal.
Are you allowed to say this?
I know, it's criminal. But, like, for me, it's just more of a meaty, it's a meaty fish. And you get a lot more meat on it for me.
See, whenever
I'd pick cod.
Cod, okay. I also kind of like fish, but I will always order a battered sausage.
That's just proper British.
Yeah, but it's not fish and chips.
I know it's not. But anyway. Okay, the chips. For me, I think fish and chips goes together. Like, chips have to be good.
Yeah, chips. Tell us about them, because here you only really get fries. You don't get chips the way that you guys do it.
Skinny things.
Nah, you don't.
No.
That's not a good chip. For us, obviously, we get them as potatoes and put them through a chipper, so they're nice, thick, but not too thick.
Yeah.
There can be chips what are a little bit too, but it's just yeah, it's all about that, and it's the crisp. Again, it's the crisp on the outside, and then the fluffiness inside of the chip as well.
Yeah.
How do you get that?
Fluffy.
Are you allowed to tell us how you get that without sharing secrets of Mary Jane's?
Oh, you want to know everything about Mary Jane. But no, for me, it's just starts it on a low heat and then rise. And it rises through, and then it starts to crisp, and then as soon as it starts to crisp, that's when you know you're onto a winner.
Okay.
Done. That's good. That's
Salt and
good.
vinegar?
Have to.
It's got-
Best way to do it: salt, vinegar, salt.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, I was always a vinegar first and then salt because it sticks to the vinegar, but you
No,
start
I
with
don't want
salt.
soggy salt.
Soggy
No.
salt? Oh,
Yeah.
you want the crunch? Oh, no.
Okay, salt. I've never heard
Like if
that.
you put the salt on first and then the vinegar and then it goes like soggy, like, you know.
Oh no. Salt, vinegar, salt.
And then, okay.
Okay, why?
Because the salt at the start will always fall through to the bottom of the chips.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then you vinegar it, and then the vinegar helps the salt at the end stick to the top of the chips
Exactly. Okay.
Because you don't want to get to the bottom and end up with no salt.
Yeah, okay.
with nothing.
No.
True.
But
No.
for me, I have mine swimming anyway, pretty much, my chips, because I love vinegar. So, boom, as
true.
much as I can.
You got to have size. Like for here, we have this dish called chicken rice, and
It's
the
like
chili.
the national dish basically over here.
So the
Oh, okay.
but the chili is like one of the main things that go with it. You have to have all of it. So like, what sides for fish and chips need to be there?
Mushy peas is everyone's favourite.
Yeah.
Right. The amount of mushy peas we go through is
What is the amount of mushy peas that you go through? Like on a busy weekend, could you tell us?
wow. In a summer's weekend, I reckon you could probably do about 300-400 portions plus
Oh my
mushy
goodness.
peas.
You got to.
So
For me, I love
it's a lot.
mushy peas.
That's a lot of peas, and a portion of peas for us is probably a tub about that big.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
have a good amount.
So-
You don't want to get halfway
Yeah,
through your
of course,
chips and realise
like-
there's no peas left.
So
I'd always
mushy
order the
peas
curry
is
sauce. Me.
Yeah.
You know-
Yeah.
It's not-
I have curry sauce. I have curry sauce on my chips,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't ever have it with fish.
No, I
Yeah.
like tartar sauce on my fish.
Oh, everyone has that with scampi.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it on my fish.
Scampi.
It's come
Yeah.
it's come upper class, you know,
Upper
obviously.
class chippy.
I'm from
Well,
Surrey.
Of course, mate. Of
so-
course.
Okay,
Of
so
course.
good batter,
Batter, meaty
Very good
fish,
batter.
meaty fish.
flaky. When Jake was
flaky.
mentioning that, I could picture it. I could picture
Has
the
to flake.
flakiness. Okay.
You want nice big flakes of white fish. Just
Yeah.
I'm wanting fish and chips now.
I like all the
And I
little
only
crispy
finished
bits.
work an hour ago.
Oh yeah. And all the little crispy bits of chips as well.
Of the fish.
You get
of the
like
batter.
the little crispy chips.
Oh, okay.
The little
That you get
scrap
for it.
bits,
Yeah.
as they call it. We call them scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just little bits of batter, basically,
Yeah.
that come off the fish when you put it in. When you put it into the fryer,
Oh.
bits of batter just flake off.
Don't you
Then
have
they
those
all
set in the little
crispy.
glass thing at Mary Jane's? Then you can fish them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen that.
Gotta have the
That's
crispy bits. I like
There you
it.
go. Yeah. And
When
guys,
the,
just at the start of the video, you said I'm the second generation.
Oh yeah.
I'll actually be the third.
Oh wow.
But we've been going since 1977 now.
Amazing.
That's incredible.
That was the year we opened.
So who founded Mary Jane's?
My nan and my granddad.
Amazing.
Wow.
And then
Is your
they
nan
then
Mary
got
Jane?
No, she's not.
Oh, where's the name
That
then?
came from her niece.
Oh.
But then it came from that, so that's what it's named after. And then obviously some people think it's named after the other things, of course, and you know, so everyone has their own perception on it. But that is the original
Amazing.
I love
Cool.
that.
quality.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time and for sharing all this with us.
No, guys, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and obviously wish you guys the best. And hopefully I'll see you at Mary Jane's.
Indeed.
Yes, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care.
I'm here at Smith's, who claim to have authentic fish and chips, and I'm here with Lydia. We know each other from Instagram, actually. But why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, so I'm Lydia. I am a British expat living in Singapore, but I was also actually born in Singapore. Lived here for 19 years. And then,
Ooh.
yeah. So kind of a local, kind of not. A bit like John T. I'm like one foot in the door. Yeah. I moved back to the UK for over a decade, and then just recently moved back to Singapore with my family, my 2 kids and my husband, 2 years ago.
Amazing.
Yeah, but since we've been here, I have not had fish and chips.
No, neither have I. So this is like 2.5 years kind of. Have you been craving fish and chips?
Do you know what? Fish and chips is one of the British foods that I love.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that into roast, roast dinners.
You've got roast
or
dinners.
shepherd's pie and
it's
stuff
quite
like
heavy
that.
food, I find British food.
Like stodgy.
Yeah.
It's quite stodgy, and I love Asian food, but fish and chips is the one thing that you can't cook it at home.
So what would you normally order? Like we go to a chippy, call it a chippy in the UK. Your local chippy.
My local chippy.
Yeah, what would you get?
I'm kind of a traditionalist. We're from down south. My family are from Whitstable, which is by the sea, and so we're a seaside fish and chips family.
Point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a cod and chips girl. Always just go for a cod and chips. Usually I'll share chips with my husband because you order chips and you get hundreds.
Yeah, like 4 potatoes.
Huge. Yeah, and then sometimes I do the trick of ordering like a kid's fish and chips.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah. Any salt, vinegar, sides?
Yeah, I'm a salt and vinegar. I didn't used to like salt and vinegar, and then I tried it and I thought, oh, this is what everyone's raving about.
Yeah, I'm a fan of salt and vinegar. Mushy peas.
Mushy peas. I'm not a big mushy peas person, but I feel like I need to eat them in front of my kids to make them think it's okay.
It's like the healthy section of a very carb loaded
What do they
thing.
mix in with mushy peas?
Mushy.
They just mush. I was like, do they add a bit of milk?
It's not. I've literally got no idea what's in mushy peas. It sounds like, I don't know, maybe they do just mush them.
Yeah, mush it all.
I don't know. Maybe we can find out. But I normally get. I like battered sausage, so I would normally get battered sausage, chips, and then steal part of John T's fish. So I'm like, I don't want fish, but I'll have some of yours.
Yeah.
So what makes a good fish and chips? Like, what's the batter got to be like?
So for me, I feel like the chips are key.
Chips are the thing,
Chips are key. I like my chips kind of a bit soggy.
With the vinegar or just?
Yeah, well, where the vinegar, I like them to have like the crisp around the outside, but I don't like them dry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you want to be able to fight
fluffy,
in them. Yeah,
soft.
like fluffy, really nice and soft, and then when the vinegar's on it, it's like a little bit soggy. Under the fish, you need to have the chips.
I was already
under the
hungry,
fish.
and now I'm hungry more. Yeah.
And then the fish batter as well. You need a good batter to fish ratio. You don't want
you don't want too much
batter.
batter. No.
Yeah.
I like the crispy bits that fall off.
Yeah.
They're nice. They're nice. And in the UK, I don't know if you can get it here, but you can just ask for a scoop of the batter, like that falls off. Like the crispy bits, you can just sprinkle the crispy bits on the top.
I'm gonna do that.
But apparently here, the fish and the potatoes for the chips are all imported. So it's not like they're getting potatoes from Malaysia or wherever else potatoes come from and bringing them here. These are authentic
Proper
fish
British
and
fish.
authentic potatoes. So we're gonna go and order and then show you what we get. So apparently the potatoes are from Norfolk, which is where I'm from. Yay! Is this your place?
Yeah,
Oh, how long have you had it?
it's about 12 years I think now.
Amazing. Like proper sausage.
Yeah. Oh, I see, okay. Yeah. So that usually takes about 8 minutes.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Bring it over. Huge. Have the sausage.
That's massive. It's the size of that.
Okay.
Oh, we've got the salt over there as well. We didn't have to wait too long, all freshly fried, which is cool. It's looking good. It's looking good
The
so
fish
far.
in particular looks amazing.
Okay, so these are mushy peas, without trying to tip them out. I don't know what's in them, but they're just...
They look very mushy.
They do. They're more soupy than I've had in the UK before.
This is the biggest battered sausage I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's like a double one. But we're gonna divide this up and let you know what it tastes like. This is a proper pork sausage here. It's getting busy in here, which is nice. We were like at the door as it opened, like give me fish and chips.
Super keen fish and chips at 11:30 a.m.
So we've gone for battered cod, the biggest jumbo sausage I've ever seen, chips, because you can't call these fries. I feel these have to be chips. These are chips, and mushy peas. So we're gonna give it a go. I think I'm gonna try the fish first. There's a really nice crispy bit. This is like, it's picking on my face. There we go. Okay, so we've got crispy bits.
What's it like? Go on. Yeah, I'm going for
Okay.
the crisp and the fish.
That is nice.
That's really good.
That is really good.
No.
And it's not too greasy. I mean, you need it greasy. You need a good little level of
It
grease.
doesn't taste oily though.
No, I think,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
I would agree with you. That's the difference.
The batter's lovely.
That's good. I mean, I can't tell you whether it tastes like Norfolk or not. But it tastes
from
pretty
Norfolk.
good. It is from Norfolk.
It's
I'm
Norfolk,
so happy about that.
What I like about it as well is it has that layer underneath the batter where it's kind of that, I don't know how you describe it.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
it's
the sort
like-
of like soggy battery
Yeah,
layer
it's almost
underneath
like a
the really
soggy bit
crispy
underneath
chips.
fries. Oh no, I call them fries. I'm falling
Chips,
into some like
chips.
Americanisms living here.
Crispy fry like that, soggy fry like that. 'Cause I'm a soggy fry person.
Soggy fry person. See, I normally dip mine in mushy peas anyway. Cheers.
That tastes very much like a potato, doesn't it?
It tastes like a potato. I know what you mean though, it does. You want it to taste like a potato, you don't want it to taste like a nothing. And I like that it's still slightly firmer in the middle, not raw, but like firmer in the middle. You're going for the ketchup. You're going for a lot of ketchup. My favourite order, the battered sausage. It smells so
It
good.
is the biggest battered sausage I've ever seen.
Oh, that's good.
That is a lovely sausage.
I would say compared to a British sausage though, it's been like fancified.
It's been
You know?
zhuzhed up.
It's been zhuzhed up a
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. Although this is an amazing sausage,
It's too nice.
it's it's probably a bit too nice for like the old chippy down the back lane
Yeah.
in the UK.
Yeah.
But it's good. I'm gonna have it with some mushy peas. It's a bit soupy for me.
It's a bit soupy.
It's nice.
The
but I
taste is
prefer
nice.
it
The
thicker.
taste is nice.
Okay, so if we're rating it to what we have at home in terms of authentic to British, like I guess if you were a Singaporean and you wanted to come and try what does British fish and chips taste like, this is pretty close.
Yeah, because it's definitely like British style batter. Because
Yep.
I find in Singapore sometimes when you have fish and chips, it's more of that breaded batter
Yeah,
rather than
this
the
is like
proper batter.
crunchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
And the
me,
fish is lovely. Like the actual meat, like the fish
Yeah.
and the sausage, really good.
It's really good. Yeah, with the zhuzhed up sausage.
It's authentic fish and chips. But everything tastes just maybe a little bit fresher and nicer than you would get in like your normal.
I would agree
your
with
normal chippy
I
on
would
the
agree
high
with that.
street. Yeah.
Definitely. But all that's missing for me is actually sitting by the beach. Sitting on a pier, like we used to go to Cromer, sitting on the pier.
Being a bit cold, that's the thing with fish and chips, is you need to be a
That's
little bit
true.
freezing.
Or having
and
to
then-
eat them in the car because it suddenly started raining and you're sitting in the car with your fish and chips. Mushy peas I like them stodgier, but that might just be my personal preference. So if you're watching, let me know your mushy pea preference. We're gonna enjoy this. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna be taking the family to another fish and chips place to see how that one fares as well. So
You're gonna
stay
have to let
tuned.
me know.
I will let you know which one.
So we're outside Lad and Dad. We've already gone in. Millie's gone in as well with the kids. We've met Rob and Jenny, what a lovely couple. I just thought I'd come outside and have a little look at what the street is like, just to see what its vibe was, really, to be honest. And it feels great. It's got a really nice kind of rustic English green sort of vibe with the branding that they've got on the Lad and Dad. And I love that the area is kind of it hasn't got that modern, super high buildings and everything about it immediately. There are some lower shop houses set opposite, which is really nice too. So it sets a really nice atmosphere for what should be a lovely evening and some great fish and chips, hopefully.
I am here with Rob and Jenny again today. The kids are over the other side as well. We have come to Lad and Dad today in Tanjong Pagar, hi husband, and we are going to try some more fish and chips. And these guys are also from the UK, so we are going to put these guys to the test compared to the fish and chips we're used to in the UK.
So we're all sat together, and me and Jenny on one side and Millie and Rob on the other side, so that we might just do this. But the food has arrived. It looks good to start with. I'm just going to be a bit picky, but it's very, very smooth, the batter.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was expecting the kind of bitty bit to kind of break off and you can nibble and
It
whatever,
looks like
but-
it might be quite thick as well.
Yeah, solid bit of fish, but looking forward to eating because I'm very hungry.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm a bit worried about the chips personally because they don't look like big fat greasy fish and chip chips.
Okay,
Those are
at a
French
distance.
fries.
I don't know. They taste nice, but they don't taste like a chippy chip.
Are you guys?
Right.
Are you salt and vinegar guys?
Salt and vinegar, tartar sauce. Oh, there's some tartar there.
Well, you can't always get malt vinegar in Singapore. It's nice to have the proper stuff that you get back home.
These guys call themselves a Gastropub, and it does look quite fancy with like the nice plates. You wouldn't get this in a chippy in the UK.
That's a good point. Because
For sure.
these are not fish and chip shop style things we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
But now that you say it's a gastropub, it definitely does look more like something I'll get in a pub. And now I feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Especially the mushy peas. They're very like posh looking.
Yeah, they even put pepper on it.
They look more like mushy peas though, like the solid. That's the kind I like, the solid mushy
Because
peas.
you had some that you were less keen on the other day.
I watched when I went to Smith's, they were more soupy.
Yeah.
So for me, a British mushy pea, it has to be mush.
Do you know what? I think it's like in the middle for me. Like this is too solid. This is too solid.
Maybe we're just too picky.
It needs to come out of like a tin. It needs to be like
Okay.
cost like 50 pence.
I'm a curry sauce guy.
Oh, they don't have curry sauce.
Yeah.
I think this is the problem with like thinking of something that you have back home, that what you really want is the one that you have back home.
I know.
And that feeling of home that you get with fish and chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's divide and eat and then we can
Yeah.
see how the taste is.
Billy's got into like just leaving the camera running. And it's a nightmare to edit. Oh no, that's terrible. Don't do that.
Okay, mushy peas. These are my favourite thing.
What do you call them? Peas?
Mushy peas.
Mushy peas.
Mushy peas.
Yes, Rob.
Mushy.
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 This is.
Mushy peas.
We need to set the record clear that it's mushy peas.
Mushy.
And you two are wrong. But
They're
that's
mushy.
okay.
Mushy.
There's no such. You're not from normal.
Two people who are having the peas can decide what they're called, okay?
From?
I'm from the West Country, near Bath.
Yeah. So no.
Berkshire.
Actually, you see, look.
Mushy.
Norwich. It's not. You're
Mushy
the furthest north, but it's still mushy in Norwich.
This is good.
Ooh. They're nice. There's another flavour in there. It's not.
Tastes like mushed peas.
Tastes like mush peas. Do you like them? Can finally get you to eat a vegetable.
Dill and
They're very
mustard.
creamy.
Oh my gosh, I
But
can't pick it up.
I agree with you saying that they don't taste like they come out of a tin like you know.
They taste too posh. They're
Yes.
much too posh. It's like they've got actual peas, mush them up, put some dill or mustard or something. They're nice as a dish, but for a fish and chips mushy peas, they're a bit too fancy, I think.
I love that we're complaining that it's too good.
No, it is. If we're comparing this to back home fish and chips, you want it to be a bit cheap and nasty. That's kind of the appeal.
Yes.
But this, if we're comparing this to a pub back home, I think that they're fairly accurate. So I'll give them that.
I'm going to try the fish straight up. This is tartar sauce, which is kind of like pickles inside mayo, basically. Yeah.
I've never questioned it.
I think if anyone actually knows what's in it, they might be very upset with me. The underside of this is more what I was expecting all of it to look like, rather than this smoothness. And let's just go. It's crunchy on the outside. It's kind of got the right flavour in the middle, but there's not enough depth of fish. It's quite a soft fish. Like it doesn't have that meatiness to it that I really like. Let's go again. This is my first one in like 3 years, so I'm good. I'm enjoying it.
I do want to say that we feel a little bit bad if we're saying anything negative, because this is really lovely and tasty, but we're just comparing it to a fish and chip shop chips back home. So that's why we're maybe being a little bit picky about how we want everything to be.
So normally when I go to a fish and chip shop, I don't eat fish, so I eat the chicken, and I love the chips. But here they don't have chicken, but they do have pigs in blankets, which is a very British thing. You normally have it at Christmas dinner or any other roast dinner. And they're really, really good. They've got some maple glaze on them, so they're tasty.
Yeah, I normally get a battered sausage. So I'm a little bit disappointed that
That's
there isn't
true.
a battered sausage, because that's I would have battered sausage, chips, and then steal his fish.
Yeah.
Battered sausage, but with a questionable meat.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Questionable
as
meat.
questionable
What's in
sausage
it?
as possible.
Yeah, but the fish is really good. The batter here is nice. I think it's beer battered here, which is something you get in the UK, beer battered. It is a very gastropub fancy, but yeah, it's amazing. But if you are looking to try authentic British fish and chips, I'm not sure here has it, although this is delicious.
Those pigs and blankets are good, right?
That's legit.
This tastes like pig.
We are full. We managed to polish off everything, which I am impressed about. The kids too. This is really, really good fish and chips. Like, I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. We were just saying, in terms of like, if you've never tried fish and chips in the UK, this is more of like a fancy kind of restaurant fish and chips version, as opposed to the great British chippy that we're thinking.
It's a great meal.
It is.
You want to come and get something British style,
Yeah.
and you're going to have something really, really tasty here.
But in terms of like great British fish and chips, not quite hitting it for me.
Still on the search.
Still on the search.
Perfect place.
Perfect place. Is that a fish joke?
Perfect place.
But we have come to Adam Road to try some.
It's not Adam, sweetheart.
What is it?
Adam Road's where the famous nasi lemak is.
Where are we?
Old
Airport Road. I can see the sign. We've come to Old Airport Road. Coming out on our bikes, and we were here once, and Milo had a really good fish and chips. So is that here? Yeah. Oh, it was there. Oh. Okay.
That's why we're here.
We have cycled out to Old Airport Road. There was a hawker in here that had a really good fish and chips. So we thought we'd just come and try something that you can get every day, locally made, and see if it fares as a British fish and chip. So let's go. I'm very hot and I'm very hungry. The fries are fries. I mean, it doesn't say that it's British fish and chips, but we just thought we'd see what a fish and chips is like in a hawker centre. They're nice. They don't have salt and vinegar though, unfortunately. This is very different. When we came with Milo last time, the fish was actually battered. So this one, I'm not sure.
Okay, so the outside is kind of crispy, which is good, and it's been battered, but it hasn't been battered with like the big kind of big fluffy batter.
Milo's was like a big piece of fish, like a whole piece of fish, looked more battered, but this one looks slightly different. Very hot. It's nice. It tastes kind of. There's another flavour in there that I can't quite place. Almost vinegary.
Still a really generous portion, but a different batter on the outside. Yeah, the batter's slightly sweet.
Yeah, it's not British fish and chips. It's
Like
nice.
the fish in the middle actually tastes good. It tastes almost consistent with what you'd get in the UK, but the batter's what's different in this situation. But it's nice.
So it comes with coleslaw.
I only get 3.
It's nice. And it also comes with tartare sauce, which I don't really know what it's supposed to taste like, so I think John T's better off tasting it.
Chili on your fish and chips.
Yeah.
Like a local. Okay, so I put tartare sauce on the fish. So tartare sauce is like it's got pickles inside it. It's basically like a mayo with pickles, and it's very traditional served fish and chips. So I'm going to try it all together. I love tartare sauce. That's legit. I really like that tartare sauce. Amazing. That has definitely elevated this.
In terms of British?
Oh, it definitely has the British vibe now that you've put in the tartare sauce. I actually prefer this fish and the tartare sauce to the Dad and Lads one that I had the other day. So if I was going out just to eat, I'd be coming in. Well done, Hawkins.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, I don't think I need to eat fish and chips for a while. Like every day after I'd eaten them, I did eat them every day, but the times I'd eat them I felt like really heavy. Because a lot of British food is very heavy.
I'm obsessed with chicken at the moment. I don't know why.
Chicken?
Wherever I go, you said you can't eat fish anymore, but at the moment, whenever we go places, I'm just like, I just need to have chicken.
Although we had 2 fried bananas for lunch today.
Anyway,
fish and chips. So, the hawker that we went to was actually pretty good.
Old Airport Road.
Old Airport Road.
Not Adam Road.
Adam Road, I don't know what was going on today. Yeah, that was pretty good fish.
I really enjoyed the overall flavour of that with the
Yeah.
tartar sauce. Was great.
It
for
was
me.
good, but as Jake said in the beginning, it's got to be the fish and the chips.
Yeah.
You got to have the two. You can't have a fry.
And he also talked about the flakiness, didn't he? And
Yeah.
that we didn't really get that.
The meatiness. This was quite thin, so that was a good one. But I mean, in a hawker, usually I'd go local every single time.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. This is the first time I've got.
Yeah, Lad and
Western.
Dad was really nice, but it was more like pub style. Like we're looking for British chippy chip shop.
The highlight for me of that was hanging out with Rob and Jenny.
Yes, that was fun.
That was
it
really,
was nice
really,
meeting you guys.
really lovely people.
It was. So yeah, a great meal, great company, but not.
I'm not
British.
sure. I mean, Rob's point. I know you're going to mention it later, but like Rob's point about that nostalgia that we're
Yeah.
looking for. I don't know whether it really hit the mark on that for me. It sounds like for you, Smiths. Like I missed out on something great.
You did. John T missed out on Smiths. I went there with Lydia, which was really fun. We enjoyed that a lot. So I'm sorry you missed out on that. But like you walk in the door and it looks like a British chippy. You know, you've got the grey, the silver, and then you've got all like the fish like laying there like eat me, kind of like in this like window thing. And like even to the fact that in the back he had like the chalkboard written up with all like the days, but so it felt like we'd walked into a British
Again, like what
shop.
Rob said with that whole nostalgia thing.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It all comes together in there. Yeah, that was definitely for me. If you're looking for a taste of British fish and chips, and the fish and chips were actually from Norfolk. And I'm a Norfolk girl, so that was really good to know that actually it is coming from the UK. Like it's not just dubbed authentic British fish and chips. Like
It really is.
it really is. It's actually from England.
I'm happy to wait till we're next in the UK, whenever that might be.
Well, we've got a promise to go to Mary Jane's with Jake. He's going to sort us out.
Sounds good to me.
Which is great. So yeah, I'd encourage you you can check out any of them, but for me, if you want a taste of home, if you're a Brit living here or you've never tried fish and chips before, Smiths is the place to go. I'll take you there one day for a date.
Thanks.
On you. So thanks for watching. If you've been somewhere else, do let us know. I just kind of Googled the first ones that came up, and Dad and Lad and Smith were always talked about. I couldn't continue to eat any more fish and chips, to be honest, so I went with those two.
We walked past somewhere the other day, didn't we, that said fish and chips.
Oh, that was in Pungal, the one at Waterway Point.
Ah, yeah, that looked pretty legit.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name is, but yeah, let us know if you've been to other places. We're always welcome to go and eat more food, although I might give it a break.
As always, please comment, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. We're so desperate to get to 10,000 subscribers in the next few months. We'd love it. We're at 7,500. We'd love to get to 10, and we'd love your support.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna go and eat a lot of fruit now. See ya!
Bye-bye.